Yes.
Oh boy, who's in charge of the automatic authority?
I think tech.
That would be fine.
All right, seeing the time is 6:30, I will call this meeting, the Honor School Board of Education to order, Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. We have a roll call. Michelle, you here?
Here.
Scott, you here?
Yes, sir.
I'm here. Colton, you here? And Clayton's here. All right. Full meeting. Good deal. Let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is a time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in the agenda. And verification of the meeting notice, everything was taken care of for
Yes.
notice?
Yep.
All right, that's verified. Suzanne Derby would have a public comment. Would you like to do that right now?
Sure.
Do I just stand right here?
Sure, we can hear
Wherever
you.
you're comfortable.
You want us to get you a podium, or
Well, usually I like to talk to the board, you know.
you can stand wherever you want?
Talk, and you can't really see everybody from there, so I kind of like to see.
This is fine, sure.
Okay, so the agenda, I noticed when I went on there, I tried to click on little blue links, like before, when Chris was here, you could click on a blue link when you had like the different,
To get into some
policies
information about that
that you
agenda.
could get the information, and you can't get into it unless you have a password or something.
No, we've changed that now. I apologize, due to being kind of new to the agenda part.
Okay.
We just didn't have it set correctly.
Okay.
But then, it was called to our attention, so we had changed it right before the meeting. So for
Oh.
future meetings, you'll be able to see, all of those links without getting a password.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So problem solved.
Thank
There
you.
was a learning curve here because of all the changes going on, so.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a lot of changes. The other thing, I would just like to see if there's a suggestion, is there any way you can make the adjournment like at the end of the meeting, so people aren't sitting here like last time we sat here for, seems like forever, till we were in closed session. Could you have the meeting and then have closed session later, so when the people come to the meeting, at least we can be here?
Typically, that would be the business. We wanted to take care of some business right off the bat tonight, so. But typically, I'd like to see that end to the council.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that, thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne. So let's move on to the consent agenda, the June 2nd, 2025 special board meeting minutes. Did everybody get a chance to look at those? Didn't see any problems? All right, we have the June 18th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes. Anybody have any issues with that one? No? Approval of vouchers. I looked at them, I was just curious. We are spending 16,000 on desks and chairs and stuff and bookshelves.
Same thing, yeah.
Yep.
What is that about? I don't know. I mean, anybody know?
And the board didn't have to approve anything, I was surprised about that too.
There's another 15,000 right behind it too.
So as we look at these vouchers, is that what is supposed to get paid now going out after this meeting? Or are these things paid already?
These are things that have been paid.
Okay, so
So those were things that were approved
at,
prior to our previous administrator leaving
Oh,
to spend some
okay.
of the excess money. That
oh,
was.
okay.
And individually, they were below the threshold. When you brought them all together, obviously, it was a larger dollar
So then it
amount.
wasn't approved because it wouldn't have been brought unless it was at the threshold.
Correct.
I believe the $2,500 threshold that's been approved is per item. So if it's a bunch of desks, I thought cost $50. You could buy 10,000 of them if you wanted to, without board approval. So it's, the board has to approve anything 2,500
Right, okay. That was a policy change, I remember you talking about that. Yeah. So, were these desks and everything all shot, or were we just trying to spend money, or how?
A lot of the desks, so like, I'm gonna age myself probably, but when I went to school, you had the desk that opened up from the top. And,
You are dating
you know,
yourself,
you have,
yes.
right, I know I am. So a lot of the desks are now updated, so it's gonna be kinda nice moving forward, because these desks can be interchangeable with classrooms, depending upon how class sizes change. And yes, you're saving fingers, and you're saving the black hole of the desk.
Also,
Because a
we're
lot of
replacing
students
the
like to-
ones that come up with ones that,
that have like a cubby underneath, so they don't lift anything, and they're not squeaking, they're not, you know, moving around in their seats if you
Half of them, the
recall.
springs are broken and they fall down.
also they're
Kids
very
are
old
coming
desks
to the
that are
office
being
with
replaced here.
Yeah.
pinched
Okay.
fingers.
That's what I was wondering.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
And-
called survival of the fittest.
Right, exactly.
$30,000 in desks is a little ridiculous.
Well,
in my
anything,
mind.
I think, in education is quite crazy, but, yeah. And the bookshelves, same thing. So the bookshelves need.
Bookshelves pinched your fingers too?
No,
Oh.
but those
Falling
needed to
apart.
be, they were falling apart, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Was there something else?
Anybody have any other questions about that? Vouchers?
Yeah, I guess I would just hope going forward that something like that would be brought to the board.
It seems, yeah,
That should be brought to the board.
that we don't get caught off guard like I was kind of here tonight.
And this was not, again, this was not
I get it.
right now, this was
Yeah.
front, so.
So,
I think these items were actually purchased in April.
April.
Was when they were initiated.
So something like this is going to happen, could we get a heads up on it too?
I would
Just that it's a
assume.
big bill.
It would be the
That would be nice, I think, for us to
position.
know. Nice little surprise. Approval of treasurer's report. We gonna get one, Colton, or what do you say?
Yeah, I would say, you know, if you looked at the numbers on the, expenses to the fiscal year, I mean, we came under budget basically, we're gonna have some extra money to put in Fund 46.
Yeah, could you explain where that $300,000 the way it looks? That we're gonna
Yeah.
deal with? How did that happen, do you think?
I
If
mean,
you're aware
just-
of that, you know.
Just the way the numbers come out, I mean, it's what was the budget here, 6.6 million, and it was 6.6.
So it was pretty close, but we came up
Yes.
on the top, though, which
Yeah.
was good, yeah.
I mean, so,
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff, you know, how much, funding you're gonna get from the state.
Right,
and
right.
Federal is all up in the air basically until October for sure, and then just a lot of estimating there at $6 million.
Yeah.
When do we get the final numbers from the state? Like what the funding is gonna be for the year?
The certification comes out October 15th.
Right.
Oh, so your student enrollment is that's the basis for that, and how much they fund that, yeah.
And then they do their magical formulas and kind of.
So basically, we do a guess until
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and then whatever, redo it, I guess, or whatever you want to
Right.
reconcile it, probably be a better term, after the 15th, then, yeah.
Okay. Any other
But either way,
questions?
putting 300,
Yeah.
we anticipate putting 100 in there, and we're putting 300 in to Fund 46, that is a good thing.
Right. Any other questions? Approval of expense report. As you look through that, was there anything that popped up? Evidently not. And the revenue report, is there a lot of revenues coming in this time of year yet? Just from the state or,
We have a big chunk of property taxes that hasn't come.
oh, the
in
property
either.
taxes?
And that's, I think, we still get.
Probably
close to
more even in August, I
700,000.
would guess.
That's when it
Probably
comes in.
because of the June, July, June 30th, July 1st date, May the 2nd, half or whatever.
Yeah.
People do that.
Still getting some other aid in as well.
Okay. Well, that's A through F. We've looked at it. I'll entertain an I'll entertain a motion about the consent agenda here.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second.
Motion and second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Consent agenda is approved. I now move that we go into closed executive session for the purposes listed underneath section 4 there on the agenda. Have a second?
Second. Second it.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We'll move into that closed session, and we will be as quick as possible, and we will be back.
Oh, that's okay.